Begin narration. Imagine a time, not so long ago, when the soundtrack to the lives of millions of children wasn't joyful melodies or playful rhymes, but the haunting echo of hardship. This is the story of the child labor ballads, a collection of sorrowful songs that didn't just reflect the grim reality of youth exploitation, but actively reshaped how society viewed it. Step back with us to the industrial heartlands, to the grimy mines and clattering factories of the 19th and early 20th centuries. This was an era of unprecedented progress, but progress often came at a terrible cost, a cost borne disproportionately by the youngest and most vulnerable. Children, some no older than 6 or 7, toiled for impossibly long hours in dangerous conditions. They were the unseen workforce, their small hands and nimble fingers essential to the machines that were driving the world forward. Their childhoods were stolen, replaced by exhaustion, injury, and often, an early grave. But within this darkness, a flicker of light emerged, not from the politician's speech or the reformer's pamphlet, but from the raw, unvarnished voice of the people. These were the child labor ballads. These weren't polished pop hits, they were raw, emotional outpourings, sung in smoky pubs, whispered on factory floors, and passed down through generations. They told the unvarnished truth of a child's life, the aching hunger, the sting of the overseer's whip, the gnawing fear of the darkness underground. Consider the ballad of the coal miner's son. It paints a picture of a boy, barely old enough to tie his own shoes, descending into the earth before dawn. His small lamp casts flickering shadows, his lungs fill with dust, and his only companion is the echoing rumble of falling rock. The lyrics don't shy away from the brutality. They speak of a life measured not in years, but in the slow erosion of health, the premature aging of tiny faces. These ballads were more than just sad songs. They were powerful tools of empathy. When people heard these stories, they weren't reading statistics, they were feeling the plight of these children. They were hearing a lullaby turned into a lament, a childhood playmate replaced by a child laborer. This emotional connection, this shared sorrow, was the first step towards change. The ballads began to seep into the public consciousness. They were sung by traveling musicians, printed in radical newspapers, and became a potent form of protest. They forced people to confront the uncomfortable truth that the convenience and wealth of the era were built on the backs of exploited children. They became a moral indictment, a constant, audible reminder of what was happening behind closed doors and beneath the surface. And here's the truly fascinating part, the lost archives of this story. These ballads didn't just reflect society, they actively reshaped it. By giving voice to the voiceless, they galvanized public opinion. They fueled the growing abolitionist movement for child labor. They provided the emotional ammunition for reformers who were fighting for legislation to protect children. The sorrowful melodies, once just a reflection of suffering, became a rallying cry for justice. They reminded everyone, from the factory owner to the everyday citizen, that a child's future was a precious thing, not a commodity to be exploited. The echoes of these ballads, though often unheard today, are a testament to the enduring power of music to not only document our history, but to fundamentally change its course. End narration.